Hello YouTube and fellow Minecraftians, and welcome back to another Westeroscraft walkthrough. This one, we are looking through Runestone, which is a castle in the Vale. Also has a small town nearby. It's not exactly a village, as it's a little bigger than a village, so it's a small town, and it is located just north of Galltown, which is the port for the Vale. There is a very bustling port in the Vale, and this is ruled by House Royce. I don't know the history of House Royce. I don't know anything about Game of Thrones. I'm not gonna pretend I do, but I'm just reading from the wiki. And apparently, House Royce was once. Yeah, it once ruled the Vale as the Bronze Kings of the Vale before the Andal invasion. House Royce are now one of the major vassal houses holding fealty to House Aaron, who is the current, Lord Protector of the Vale, who resides in the Eyrie, which is way up that-a-way, up northwest of where we are right now. And just happened. Just got foggy. But anyway, the castle's located the east of the Eyrie on the coast of the Narrow Sea, and it is north of the city port. So right here is the Narrow Sea. And I think... There we go. That's what the problem was. So, but anyway, yeah, there is a lot to see here. The village is sprawling out. They got quite a large village here, town thing, or not large, but it's pretty good for Minecraft size. They got a lot of things going on. They got a lot of purpose and a lot of interest. There is the fields surrounding, and I wanted to give you guys a sky view because just look at the fields. They're spectacular. This one might be a little straight. Not a huge fan of that one right there. But, even the diagonal straight makes it look much better. But, like, these are just amazing. Just look at that. Just beautiful. That's something that we really need to recreate in Conquest, is these kinds of fields. Large. Anyway, we got a couple granaries over here. We got this one, and we got that one over there. These are basically just large storehouses for grain. As you can see in here, there's just a lot of grain that is stuck in here. That would be the leftover from the wheat. And then you got a few houses out here. We're just going to look in a few of the houses, just checking it out and seeing what's going on. Let me get a torch. There we go. And then the roads. That's another thing that's really cool, is the roads are really wide. Now, this gate here is a little pointless. Actually, it's quite pointless because, people could easily get around it. The wall is aesthetic, though, so I guess it works. It works pretty well. You have some guards that would be up here looking over the town, and that really adds in, I guess, a little bit of defense over here. But yeah, the castle, which is over there. Oh, there's a bell there. Cool. But yeah, the castle Runestone is over there. We'll try to get that to the end of the video, and we'll try to explore that as much as we can. I just want to kind of explore through this small town here and see what there is going on. Now, again, I do not know who built this, but Westeroscraft, gets credit in general. So if I find out who built this, I will put the builders in the description. Same with my other videos. I want to know who built these. So let me know who built this town, or this Runestone. Anyways, looks like we got a thingamagum-gum going up here. A little bell. This is the sept, actually, where they would worship the seven. No, this is not a sept. What is this? This is some kind of church, some place where maybe a priest is or something, because it's just like a little office in here with bread and cheese, like a little. That's interesting. I don't know. Maybe they just worship one of them. Maybe that looks like the mother. I don't know. Again, I'm no expert on the Game of Thrones mythology or just story in general. I just note from the series on TV series. I have not read the books. I don't plan on reading the books. I'm not much of a reader anymore. I used to be back in the day. When I was a reader, that's when I should have read it, but I guess those days are over now. But we are continuing to explore through this magnificent town, trying to find something that would really be inspirational for fellow builders. We got like a dining room in here. You go upstairs, and you got a couple sort of tucked away bedrooms. Like here's one. And then you have another one over here for the parents, I would presume. So that's pretty cool. Some really neat things going on in this house. I want to find like the public places, the places that would make things, or that would hold, public events or stuff like that. I want to see that kind of thing. So I would guess that would be towards the center of the town, and we're going to go ahead and head there. We got a few marketplaces in here. Looks like we got a place for candles, a place for cheese. I'm guessing this would be cloth and clothes. This looks like it would be for wines and meads and beers. We got some carrots in here, so I'm guessing this is produce. We got some bread, and then we have like a miscellaneous kind of thing. We got different kinds of tools, so that's a pretty cool thing going on there. And meat, of course, can't forget the meat. So this is a pretty big building here, so I presume that this is some sort of public place, and I think I am wrong because there really isn't anything in here. So where are the practical purposeful buildings? This looks like a motel. That's actually a really cool idea, guys. A motel, well, it's not a motel. It just looks like a motel from the front. Having this elongated porch across the front is a really neat idea. And then you sort of connect the houses with that. As you can see, you got two houses connected by one porch. That's a really interesting thing going on. You got a few wells to collect water for the town. And then looks like this here is a stable. We got two horses here. And then you head inside. And I don't know what's going on in here. This might be an inn. Yeah. I think this is an inn. Because we have all these little, we have extra dining room tables and stuff out here. And then we got a bunch of beds up here, I would think. Yes. Let me go ahead and turn on CUDA shaders, because that'll make it so that you guys can see the interiors much better versus what we had before. But yeah, it looks really nice. I love the interiors of Westeroscraft. They really do a really good job with that. So let's go ahead and head this way. And we're going to fly down. We see you got that little sort of zigzagged walkway to get down here. And then this is the docks. And you got a bunch of ships parked out here, or moored out in the sea along the docks. And as you can see, there's a couple ships that are at sail along the shoreline. Looks like they're taking cargo to and from, as they probably got a lot of business going on. So here we got a little storehouse, because we got nets, we have sacks of different sorts of things, and firewood, and all kinds of crates of things. I imagine that that'd be sort of repetitive down along the rest of the buildings here. There's different houses, and yeah, so very, very cool. I really want to find some practical purpose, like manufacturing buildings, and I just don't see any as of yet. Nope, this is a house. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and head straight up this road here, which leads us to Castle Runestone, which is the center point of our walk through here. And I am excited to show you guys it, because it is absolutely splentastic. So we come up here, we got a statue of some sort of knight holding his sword. I would presume that's what that's supposed to be, to sort of wane off. I don't know, maybe it's a persona of one of the kings or the lords that led or controlled this keep. Maybe it's the ancestor of Runestone. So the thing is in order to get in, you have to, there's probably like a secret way in somewhere, but we're not going to deal with that. We're just going to fly right over and right into the courtyard. And this is actually really interesting. This is the kill pit, the kill box. The thing is, though, is it's not really kill boxy, because they can easily just get through these little windows here and go inside and do their thing, which is, I don't know if that's, I mean, obviously it's purposeful, but, you know, it just feels a little, I don't know, it just feels not so defensible. I mean, if there was just that wall up there, it'd make more sense. But it don't matter. Anyway, we got a couple drains around that would drain the water that would collect in this courtyard out. And then you head into the main courtyard. This is where all the main big things would happen. You got trees sprouting out of the middle of the courtyard. Really cool thing going on there. I love that. And this is actually one of my favorite features of Runestone is the dining hall. I love how this this looks in here. As you can see, we got 2 sets of tables here. You got chairs along both sides, and then you got tables in the middle, and then you got these rather large chandeliers in the middle. But then again, there isn't much light in here, so it's really, really dark. That's the issue. But still, it looks really cool. As you can see from up here, we got a nice little view from the top, and this is where the noblemen, the house of Royce would sit up here as they feast over their, their feast hall. Feast in their feast hall. There we go. So, very nice. I love this, especially from the outside. Let's go ahead and take a nice look from the exterior of the dining hall and see what it looks like out here. As you can see, that's the dining hall right there. Big old windows, but the outside of the building on this backside is just gorgeous. That tower is the Sept Tower, well, at least towards the bottom. There's a little god's wood in here. As you can see right there, that's where the weirwood tree would be. Typically in the, I don't know, I'm no expert, but in the Game of Thrones theocracy or the Westeros theocracy, there is a thing where castles are built around these weirwood trees for some reason. And I feel like a complete idiot because I don't know what the lore is. But anyways, yes, you guys know what the lore is and you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, they're built around the red trees. Anyway, this here is the sept in here. This is where they would worship, and this is probably where the king, the queen, or the lord and the queen, the lord and the lady, whatever, would come and worship. And I guess this is place for really anyone because it's a nice large sept in there. And then we got a nice little, again, this is the god's wood thing where the trees would be. Very, very nice. And I'm not sure if we should head down. I guess we should head down first, explore down low, and then we will head up. So it looks like down here is the crypts for Runestone. We'll just try to explore this a little bit. I still know where I am if we go straight back up that way. And it looks like it's actually not that big. It's actually a pretty small crypt, unless if I'm missing a stair somewhere. But I think this is actually all there is, which isn't bad. Nothing bad at all. It's just a small crypt. Okay, well that's completely cool. That way we don't get lost. All you gotta do is just go around. Very nice design. I love the use of the stairs for the little, what do you call those? The inlays where they would put the bodies and such. So now we're coming through here. We got a well here to draw some water again. Very cool. Let's head back down into underneath the Great Hall area. Looks like we got some rather large cellars going on down here. This is where, say, refugees would take refuge from when the castle is under siege. This is the roots of the castle. This is where the foundations are laid. And there's lots of neat little room in here, lots of neat space in here to do what you need to do. I'm trying to figure out if there's any way out, or if that little door over there is the only way out of here. Okay, so we got some water down there. We can't go down there. That's interesting. Why can't we go down into that? Oh, I see. It's because it's a slit block. Okay, anyways, doesn't look like there's any other way out of here. It's only that one little crawl space. So you can imagine that this is where say if the king wants someone disposed discreetly, they would trick them into coming into there, close the door, and dispose of them, most likely. And that would be the best way to do that. Anyways, we got some stables here. Some horses would definitely be a very important part of a castle environment, seeing as the lord would want his own horse, the lady would want her own horse, and then maybe the children and the captain of the guard, or even the soldiers would need some horses. So horses are a big thing. And so now we're walking through here. Looks like we got some kennels. This is where all the dogs would be, because there would also be a need for dogs because they would hunt. They would lead the king or the lord or whoever the royalty is on hunts to find the stags in the woods, and that would be their feast for that evening. So when we're walking through here, I am guessing that this is more or less the barracks. And see, this is just what doesn't make sense to me, is this like open area in here. Even though it is nice, like you can sort of like, you know, in peace times it's pretty cool, but in reality I just think it's not really, it doesn't really work, because it looks like it wouldn't be defendable. But anyways, who am I to say? Who am I? So we can head down this way. This is more cellars down here, or actually I think this is the dungeon, if I recall correctly. I had been down here. No, this is storage. Okay, this is just storage down here. More cellars. This is the granary. This is where they would draw their food from. There's lots and lots of storage down here to handle the men and women of this castle, the servants. Everyone would need to eat, and everyone wants to eat good, and they don't want to starve. So here we go. This is the grain storage here. They would have just a ton of grain in here. Just kind of pour it on the floor, and then they would eat it up. You know, they would make I guess, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, there's lots of grain down there that they can eat. And we're going to head this way. I'm enjoying actually exploring through the cellars, because it gives you guys ideas of what you can put in your own cellars. So, but anyway, we got a meat storage area in here, maybe more or less a butcher, because we got a knife down here. Looks like it's pretty active, seeing there's a candle in the corner. And so there's someone down here at this time. And we keep on heading this way, and we find different rooms. This looks like, yeah, this is the mead storage. This is where they would store at least some of the mead. It doesn't look big enough to store like all the mead for the castle, but it looks, you know, pretty big. It works. And then we head into here. We got a laundry room to take care of all the clothes, because again, a castle of this size with all the people that live here would require a good amount of laundry, or would have a lot of laundry. This is actually a really neat design for bakery. This is really cool. I like that a lot. It's like a little closed-in oven there. This should actually be stone, but I guess they don't have stone trapdoors. But still, one way or the other, it's really, really nice. Good job on that. And then we got the main stove over here where they are cooking the meat. And then this is actually the main kitchen, which leads straight into the dining hall, where we, or the feasting hall that we had previously already seen. And it looks like this here is a well. All right, well, cool. Now let's head over to the other side really quick. We got to do that whole rookery thing. And then I'm not sure where the rookery is again. But we got the bell tower right here. This is the main bell tower that would resound throughout the valley to maybe announce the birth of a child, or I don't know, celebrations, or even announce the comings of a war. Who knows? There is a lot of reasons for having a bell of that type up above. We're actually not going to go down there again. We're going to go ahead and just climb up these stairs and see what there is to see up here. So we have our first room in here. It looks like we got something going on. This goes actually into the hall. We got a bathroom in here. A little place to take a nice cozy bath. And we got some armor stands. And then we have a large barrack block. I mean, I guess, yeah, this looks like servants' quarters or even a barracks. We got shields and we got helmets. So I am going to say that this is a barracks, because it looks like this has some weapons and all the makings that would need for a barracks. So then this is actually one of my favorite parts of this castle. You have this sort of flat thing going on. This, what do you call this? Not a plateau. A flat top roof kind of thing, where it's where they have catapults or mangonels up on top of the keep to defend their regions out here. As you can see, it's just all open. So mainly that's actually where the enemy would attack from, unless if they come in by ships. Because if you go up this way, it just goes to the sea. There's a mountain all the way over there, all the way back, and so there's the flatlands which come in from this way. So this is actually where the enemy would attack from, typically. Again, unless if they had ships like Stannis. But anyway, tea time at 12. Let's get some better. There we go. That's better lighting. Looks much better. So anyways, let's go ahead and head back in. Actually, we're just going to go right up to the top because we don't want to spend too much time on this. Here is the large bell tower. This is actually a major inspiration for my castle that I'm building, Krine. That's where I made a bell tower, and I got the major inspiration from this bell tower, which I really thought was a good idea. But anyway, come back down, and we got the different walls, different things going on, and I'm not quite sure what I want to explore next. I want to end off up in this area, up there, so I don't want to explore that just yet. I want to leave that for later, but we're going to go into here. It looks like this is the entrance into this tower, and I'm interested in finding out what this tower is. Like, why is this tower here? Is there a specific purpose for it is what I want to know. Again, it looks like we got maybe this is just a barracks tower. Maybe this is just because we got helmets in there. And then we come upstairs more. Looks like there's a little bit nicer beds going on. And then this here is the wall, actually. If you look out, it goes out into the wilderness of the Vale, the beautiful Vale. But anyway, let's find out how do we get back out of here. Let's go. Let's just keep going up because we know that if we go up, there's a flat top which we can get out of and go. So this looks like where someone royal would live. A nice little bed there for somebody fancy schmancy to live. And then we come up here. And this looks like a tower here, and let's see, is there any way to head out? Yes, there's a door right here. And then this is the outside of this tower. Again, a nice flat top tower going on, place to do some laundry, and then I got all the fixing ups up here. So now we're gonna head right back down. So much for the immersion, but hey, it is what it is. I'm enjoying myself. I hope you guys are as well. So now we're heading into the actual castle. So we have the feasting hall there. One of the hardest things when you're doing a castle is planning placement and what you want to put into each of these interiors. See, this is just a closet. This is just a storage space. And just, you know, you got to think of things like that. You got to put storage and nice little sections of, you know, different things that are unique and different and interesting that people want to explore your build. And they do a spectacular job with this. I mean, just look at it. It's just beautiful. I love it in here. We got a little like room to sort of congregate. Maybe a few people. Maybe the boys of the castle. Maybe there's a bunch of boys, and they just, or maybe girls. This is where the girls would gossip. I don't know. You guys can be creative. The boys would be outside doing boy stuff, guy stuff. So anyway, we got a nice little room in here, a bedroom. Got a little office space, and you come up here, and this is the nice little bed for them to sleep in. Very, very cool. And I imagine there'd be some sort of bathroom in the vicinity. Looks like we got a bed up here or a privy. That's one thing I haven't actually seen in this castle yet, are privies. That's actually an interesting thing. I have not seen any privies. Okay. Well, maybe they're all condensed. Like maybe they're in like a specific area where, anyway, this is the bathroom. Yep, this is the bathroom right here. And I still don't see a privy, but this is the bathroom for this floor. That's very cool. And we come into here, and this is another very nice bed. Like a holy cow, very nice bed. I love this to bits. That's a beautiful, beautiful bed. But yeah, so we're going to head out of here, and we're going to try to find stairs to go up to the next floor. And I imagine we got to go this way. Yes, right here. We're going to go up, up, up. And so this heads across. That goes to the barracks tower over there. And then this should actually lead us into the sept tower. Anyway, we got another bedroom here. Got lots and lots of bedrooms for guests, all the nobler servants. See, this overlooks the sept in here. That's a really cool idea, having this little balcony here. And I'm not quite sure what this is. I guess what this is for this right here. I'm guessing what that's for, which is really, really cool. That's a really neat design. They really thought of all the mechanisms necessary. That's something I always like to see, is a very well thought out mechanisms going on. So anyways, we are really starting to stretch on time. This is now coming to a 25-minute video, so I'm going to go ahead and just meander my way up really fast, try to go to the top. Again, if you guys want to see this build, all you gotta do is do /warp runestone, and it will take you here on the Westeroscraft server. If you want to download their launcher and see all this for yourself, just go to their website, and that'll lead you to their launcher. You can download it, and yeah, definitely come check this out. Now, this is like a privy palace in here. But anyways, you guys get the idea. It's a beautiful server, lots of cool things, inspiration galore, and I sincerely suggest and request for all of you to actually come over here and spend some time on this server and get your inspiration, because oh my goodness, the inspiration is everywhere. Looks like we got a very royal bed chamber up here. But anyways, that will conclude our video for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it at least as much as I did, because I have actually been really enjoying exploring through this and seeing all the details that there are to see. And but yeah, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and because there's more to come, and I hope you guys will be back for the next one. But till then, bye-bye.